Dear friends, in class 9 we have 7 chapter triangles and we are solving fourth question from exercise 7.3. Now let us try to understand the question. Fourth question. BE and CF are two equal altitudes of triangle ABC. So it means we are given a triangle ABC. Triangle ABC is given and BE is the altitude. Altitude means perpendicular on AC. So from B we have a perpendicular on AC. This is perpendicular. BE means this vertex must be E. BE and DE is the altitude of the triangle ABC. And CF is also perpendicular. So this CF is also perpendicular. This vertex is F. CF is perpendicular. CF is also altitude of the triangle ABC. Now see, BE is the altitude and CF is the altitude. We are given BE and CF are two equal altitudes. We are given that BE is equal to CF. This is also given of triangle ABC using RHS congruence rule. Using right angle hypotenuse side congruence rule, we are to prove that triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. Now for this, let us write the given thing. In triangle ABC, we are given BE and CF are altitudes. Means BE is perpendicular to AC and CF is perpendicular to AB. We are also given BE and CF are two equal altitudes. Means BE is equal to CF. These altitudes are equal. This is also given using right angle hypotenuse side congruence rule. So using that rule we have to prove the triangle ABC is isosceles. So to prove triangle ABC is isosceles. Now for this, let us consider triangle BCF and BCE. So consider triangle for this solution. Consider triangle BCF and triangle BCE. Watch carefully. I am going to consider BCF this triangle and BCE this triangle. In this triangle, let us see what is given to us. We are given that this angle F is equal to 90 degrees and angle E also equal to 90 degrees. So we are given angle BFC is equal to angle CEB. Both are altitudes, or you can say each is 90 degrees. Or you can write that they are altitudes, so they make right angles. Now we are also given that BE is equal to CF. So it is already given. BE is equal to CF. BE is equal to CF. And BC is equal to BC. So watch carefully. Angles are right angles. Then BC is hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is congruent to hypotenuse. And one of the side is congruent to the other, one of the side of the other triangle. It means these two triangles are congruent by right angle hypotenuse side theorem. Now, if the triangles are congruent, we need to write one-to-one correspondence. Here, one-to-one correspondence is very important. Please note, we can write one-to-one correspondence from F and E. That is, F corresponds to E. Because it is an angle, so it is very easy to write. Now, if F I must write here CF is equal to B. CF is equal to B. Because the CF is the side of triangle BCF. So these left hand side, all angles and sides must be of first triangle and angles and sides must be of the next triangle. So here BFC EF corresponds to E. So if F corresponds to E, it means C corresponds to B. C corresponds to B in this triangle. And it also means remaining vertex that is B corresponds to C. B corresponds to C. Watch carefully. If C corresponds to B, then B will correspond to C. Don't get confused here. So, thus we have got triangle BFC congruent to triangle CEB by right angle hypotenuse side congruence rule. Congruence rule. Now, if the two triangles are congruent, we know that if they are kept one above the other, then three sides of one triangle will exactly match with corresponding three sides of the other triangle, and three angles of one triangle will exactly match with corresponding three angles of the other triangle. Now, from this we understand that angle FBC. I want this angle FBC. FBC is this angle. So I am starting from second vertex, coming to first, and then going to the third. So this side also I will have to do the same thing. Start from second, go to first, and then go to third vertex. So I will get angle FBC is equal to angle ECB. ECB. Watch carefully what I have got. FBC is this angle and is equal to ECB. Now FBC is nothing but ABC. Can I say? Watch carefully. FBC is this angle and ABC is also same angle. So I am changing the name. I will get angle ABC is equal to angle ECB. ECB means ACB. Same angle. Angle ACB. Now I have got two angles congruent. These two angles are congruent. And now we know that in a triangle, sides opposite to equal angles are equal. So I can say that AB is equal to AC. AB is equal to AC. Reason is sides opposite to sides in a triangle. Sides opposite to equal angles are equal. Equal angles are equal. Thus, I can say that triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. Same was asked to us to prove that triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. Dear friends, last question from exercise 7.3, it is fifth question is ABC is an isosceles triangle with AB is equal to AC. This is given to us. ABC is an isosceles triangle with AB is equal to AC. These two sides are equal. Draw AP perpendicular to BC. We have to draw AP perpendicular to BC. This is AP perpendicular to BC. Show that angle B is equal to angle C, and we have to prove that angle B is equal to angle C. This is what we need to prove. So for this, let us write the given things. We are given in triangle ABC, we are given AB is equal to AC and AP is perpendicular to BC. This is given to us. We have to prove that, we have to show angle B is equal to angle C. For this, we are going to consider these two separate triangles, and by considering these two triangles, we are going to prove that they are congruent to each other. And if they are congruent to each other, it means their corresponding angles are congruent to each other. So this will be something like this. My figure is slightly not looking congruent. Okay. Now let us, in order to get the solution, consider triangle ABP and triangle ACP. Now we know that it is already given to us. that AP is perpendicular to BC. So I will get angle APB. Angle APB is equal to angle APC is equal to 90 degree. Each is 90 degree. Since AP is perpendicular to BC. AP is perpendicular to BC. This is given to us. Then we are also given that AB is equal to AC. AB is equal to AC. This is given, or you can say sides of isosceles triangle. They are the two congruent sides of isosceles triangle. Now next, AP is equal to AP. AP is equal to AP. Congruent side. Please note, we have got one of the angle as right angle. Then side opposite to them are congruent to each other, means hypotenuse are congruent to, and one of the side is congruent. So these two triangles are congruent by right angle hypotenuse side congruence rule. So let us, before writing the congruency of the triangle, we need one-to-one correspondence. Here P corresponds to P. Watch carefully. P corresponds to P. So P corresponds to P. Now see, if P corresponds to P, remaining vertex is A. A corresponds to A. A corresponds to A. And if A corresponds to A, remaining vertices are B and C. So B will correspond to C. Thus, I have got triangle APB. Triangle APB is congruent to triangle APC. Now, if these two triangles are congruent, it means if you place them one above the other, three sides of first triangle will coincide with the three sides of the second triangle. Three angles of the first triangle will coincide with three angles of the other triangle if first vertex is kept on first vertex, second vertex is kept on second vertex, and third vertex is kept on third vertex. It means last angle is equal to last angle, first angle is equal to first angle, second angle is equal to second angle. Therefore, I can say that last angle is, which was asked to us, angle B must be equal to angle C, since they are corresponding sides of congruent triangles. So these two triangles are congruent by RHS congruence rule. And these two angles are corresponding angles of congruent triangles. Thus, we have proved that angle B is equal to angle C.